the Rolling Hills Asylum in Genesee County, New York. Tonight, we give two paranormal investigation teams the opportunity to challenge each other to see who can find the most credible paranormal evidence. Opened in 1827 as a poor farm, this haven for the impoverished quickly disintegrated into a breeding ground of violence and despair. Rolling Hills Asylum is one of the most active paranormal sites in the country. Two teams are about to put that title to the test. This is Paranormal Challenge, Rolling Hills Asylum.
Something just happened.
Go. Two teams.
Dude, what the?
One night.
Please help me.
One haunted location. One winner. For the ultimate in bragging rights. You couldn't ask for a place with a better recipe for hauntings than Rolling Hills Asylum.
Zach Bagans, the Paranormal Challenge chairman, is also lead investigator and co-founder of the highly respected Ghost Adventures crew.
Listen, shh.
He has completed hundreds of investigations working with the world's renowned paranormal researchers and scientists. Zach has invited two of the country's most skilled paranormal investigation teams to face off in tonight's challenge.
We got Resident Undead, and we got Paranormal Expeditions. Battle of the Sexes. How good is this?
From Massachusetts, Paranormal Expeditions.
My name is Rachel Hoffman. I'm the leader of Paranormal Expeditions.
Rachel, she's awesome. She's such a great team leader.
I'm not a medium, but I hear and see things that move at a higher frequency. I catch things that other people miss.
I'm Danielle Minicapelli. I am definitely the team skeptic. I don't believe everything that we see.
Danielle, my sister, she enjoys digging deeper and finding the truth, whether it means running towards danger, running towards the noise.
My name is Tina Storr. Rachel has given me the title of the Braveheart because although I'm scared, I go for it anyways. Rolling Hills Asylum is awesomely creepy.
From Philadelphia, Resident Undead Paranormal.
My name is Adam Kimmel. As the leader of Resident Undead, I clearly see myself as the quarterback. I'm the one down in the field making the strategies up for these locations, and I'm not going to stop until I have the answers.
My name is Dan Hooven. When it comes to the big plays, they hand the ball off to me. Our team motto is that we're going to confront the darkness. My personal motto is I play to win.
My name's Jim Leopardo. We're ready to take control of this place.
I'm really excited to be in a competition. It's 3 girls versus 3 guys. Resident Undead's going to take it. I mean, if I wanted to see 3 girls play with the paranormal, I'd watch Charmed. Looks only get you so far in the dark. I mean, once those lights go out, game on.
All right, right now we're standing at the entrance of the West Wing of Rolling Hills Asylum. Teams, is the tension building up?
Yes,
you guys
it is.
sizing each other up? Before we start that competition, I want to introduce you to somebody, a friend of mine, Stacy Jones.
Rolling Hills expert Stacy Jones will take the teams on a walkthrough of the location. The information gathered here will serve as a guide for both teams that they will later be judged on during their investigations.
Listen to everything she tells you. Trust me on that. Good luck, and we'll see you tonight. What's unique about Rolling Hills Asylum is all the different layers here that are stacked up on top of each other. You have a poor farm where they sent the mentally challenged, the criminals, and then you have it as a hospital. And last but not least, you have a senior living home. This vortex of a haunting is why this is such a great place for Paranormal Challenge.
Opened in 1827 as the Genesee County Infirmary, this decrepit poorhouse was more like a prison, systematically removing society's pariahs and destitute paupers from public sight, never to be seen again. Squalid conditions and devastating tuberculosis killed thousands, their bodies haphazardly scattered across the grounds in unmarked graves.
Welcome to the Genesee County Infirmary. This 200-acre plot used to be the Genesee County Poorhouse. It was very deplorable conditions and considered the worst poorhouse in all of New York State. Guys ready? Let's go explore. Winters were so harsh here. Oftentimes when people died, they were literally stacked inside these meat lockers almost. They stayed here for the entire winter. So as the people died, they were stacked one by one by one until the ground was unfrozen and they were ready to bury them. Now, this is the boiler room. One of the things that people say when they come into this room and they investigate is that they're really cautious coming down the stairs because they always get the feeling that somebody's behind them and tries to push them. Some say it's the ghost of Raymond. We don't know really who he is, but we've gotten evidence to support that he's just kind of a spirit that kind of hangs around in this area. Now, this is the administrative floor, and this is where all of the people who worked here often stayed. This is Nurse Emma's room.
Nurse Emma, she was the head nurse here. She was German. She's very strict, very by the book, very regimented.
And oftentimes when people come investigate here, they get the feelings that they're touched and sometimes poked and even sometimes pushed. Now, this is the second floor and the east wing. Roy was a real resident that came here when he was 12 years old. Roy's parents dropped him off because he seemed to exhibit some very odd characteristics. He had very large hands and large feet, and he had a very, very long face. At the age of 12, he was already 7 foot tall. Roy spent his entire existence on this property and died here.
You have a place that thousands of people lived and died. You have a potter's field with hundreds and thousands of unmarked graves. And that does create a nuclear power plant of a haunting here at Rolling Hills Asylum.
With the competition set to begin, Zach gets each team geared up with the most advanced paranormal detection equipment for tonight's challenge.
Hello, teams. Paranormal Expeditions.
Resident Undead.
How you doing, Adam?
I'm very good today.
You getting ready for this?
Game on.
You want this, don't you?
I want it.
Tina,
Yes,
are you scared?
a little.
Are you?
A little, but I'm ready to conquer me.
Well, what are you going to do when you come into contact with a giant spirit named Roy?
I'm gonna face it right in the face.
Teams on the table in front of me are the identical same piece of equipment each of you are going to receive. 2 night vision camcorders, a full spectrum camera, still, a full spectrum camcorder, a thermal imaging camera, also a Mel meter, and 2 digital recorders. You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Suit up, wait for my signal, and I'll be watching you on the nerve center.
Teams will conduct their investigations simultaneously. Resident Undead Paranormal will begin in the East Wing, and Paranormal Expeditions will start off in the West Wing. Strict time constraints are designed to push each team to the limit. They will only be given 2 hours to complete Part 1 of the investigation, then switch locations and continue investigating for 2 more hours in Part 2. Teams will be judged on overall teamwork, technological proficiency, historical knowledge, and audio and visual evidence they are ultimately able to capture. Each team is assigned 1 camera operator and 1 sound technician to chronicle their investigations. And both areas are equipped with several stationary cameras, allowing Zach and the judges to watch our competitors' every move from a secret nerve center location. Tonight's judges are 3 of the country's most notable paranormal experts. Dave Schrader, acclaimed paranormal conference lecturer, co-author of The Other Side, A Teen's Guide to Ghost Hunting, and host of the popular talk show, Darkness Radio. Gary Galka, award-winning international paranormal investigator and inventor of the Mel meter and RT EVP detection devices. And Patrick Burns, founder of Ghost Hounds, is a professional photographer and organizer of the annual Ghost Stock Convention.
Dave, are you ready?
Definitely.
Patrick, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Gary, are you ready?
Ready to go.
I'm gonna ask the teams. Resident Undead, are you guys ready to go?
Ready.
Paranormal Expeditions, are you girls ready?
Ready?
The portals are open. Let the challenge begin.
All right, we're setting up a station area in the kitchen out here. This is one area we're not going to be able to cover.
These guys are synced. They've got everything fired up. They've got everything running, all the IRs set up. They're ready to start with their EVPs.
Let's get the EVP out right away because I'm hearing she's already.
Great.
What the hell was that?
I need a flashlight.
Pick them up and
So right now, early off in the investigation, not even 2 minutes, and Paranormal Expeditions have already dropped 2 pieces of some of their most important equipment, digital recorders, and it looked like one broke. And that's a real shame. It looks like right now the lead investigator, Rachel's trying to see if that recorder works, because if they broke it, they don't get another one.
You hear that? Hear the knocking? Let's go. Let's go.
It's just going nuts. I told you, this is Rolling Hills Asylum.
Dude, what the? Whoa.
Oh my God. So right now the clock has started in the basement section of the East Wing here at Rolling Hills Asylum. We're in the chapel. Daniel, from Resident Undead, is giving some kind of a sermon in the chapel of hoping to lure some of the spirits.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know this chapel has seen a lot of sorrow and a lot of joy on Sundays. I don't know how many of you are here, but there's a lot of room in the front. So come on up front and sit down. Please, if you would, up front.
I haven't seen this before, but...
Neither have I. That's what I like. It's innovative. They're using the location, they're using the history, and they're employing just about every piece of equipment they can get going.
Audio up, audio up.
I know a lot of you had friends or knew somebody who passed away down here, and you came here to pay your final respects. So please let your presence be felt, either via a voice or your physical presence. We would really appreciate that.
On the count of 3, if you have anything you'd like to say, I'm going to give you the opportunity. Please try on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, grab these. Stand back. Just stand back a little bit. Are you trying to sit on the pew?
Now, Gary, as you invented this Mel meter, what type of energy does this thing really detect?
Well, the REM itself is actually emitting a low-frequency signal.
Right.
Okay.
Through the antenna, right?
Through the antenna.
Right.
So what's happening is we're looking for any other artificial interruptions of that field. Once it's interrupted, okay, it distorts the natural field that's creating, and we get a feedback signal. It's a closed loop.
So what's going on with your team over here, Patrick?
Paranormal Expeditions, they're doing a session with the Mel meter, and it appears to be picking up some sort of a field.
I know you're trying real hard to talk to us. Feel free to use our equipment.
Let's try to walk around just a little bit to see if there's a better reaction. You want to go into the morgue? Because I feel like a pull coming if we're in there.
Yeah. Do you want us to go into the morgue?
Are you inside there?
I'm gonna hook this thing up real quick.
Just step over the mats, guys. Danielle, I'm gonna have you grab the EVP.
Oh my God. Something just breathed in my ear. Oh my God.
I'm not taking the risk of dropping it.
Oh my God. It was like...
Did you feel your hair move?
Yeah, I felt it was like in my ear.
Danielle, I'm gonna have you grab the EVP.
Blow in my ear just now? Oh my God. I'm like freaked out right now. I'm not moving at all. It's just doing it.
Tina is experiencing these things, is verbally addressing what she's feeling, a breath in the ear, something going up her back, but more importantly, she has a scientific instrument validating and backing up these feelings. And as you can see, there's no way this thing can alarm like that with nothing around it.
We got a response here, a knocking.
Audio up on Resident Undead.
Did you hear that?
I heard
Did you hear the knocking? Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get in here. Watch, we got a stationary camera around the corner. I think I just heard some knocks down here. We're listening. We're going to stay very quiet. I'm sorry about that. For the record, I just thought I heard an "I'm here." Come just a little bit slowly. Stay on that. Stay on the Mel meter. I swore I heard a female voice that "I'm here." All right, let's wrap it up. Grab that.
What's going on, Gary?
Well, they just completed their investigation in that location, and they're moving on to the next spot.
We're gonna make our way to.
It seems like they have like just their areas that they're investigating, what they're doing in exact area. Man, the teamwork on this team is insane.
All right, Jim, take a seat on the left. Dan, take a seat on the right. Okay. What was
whoa. That was a rock.
Hey. Hey. Roy! Did we just hear you throw something? Go left.
I'm got it.
Improvise time. This is gonna work. This is
Okay.
gonna work.
All right, let's go.
Go back live in the hall. Did someone just whisper out here? No. Sometimes you have to work with the environment. Hold on to that one. Now, I don't understand exactly how dowsing rods work.
Oh,
but I know.
Now that to me is the most insanely stupid thing to just say. I'm going to use dowsing rods, but I have no idea how they work.
Perfect up to that.
Zoom in on his hands very closely, please. Audio up.
Roy, can you cross these to say yes? You catching this? Watch my hands. I'm not touching these. I'm going to get a little lower. I'm going to get a little lower for you guys. Can you point the rods at Jim? I can feel them twisting clear as day. Get this shot on the angle here.
I got it. Perfect.
No finger movement. It's okay. Now, Roy, one last question. There's two teams here tonight. Do you like us better than them? Yes is crossed, open is no. Get this? I'm going to get it 2 times. I've got it crossed. One more time, Roy. I really appreciate that. One more time. Do you like us better than them? I feel you pulling it, Roy. Try your hardest. Cross them. Cross them to confirm. That's right. We don't like ladies either. All right, we're going to keep these. Let's get out of this floor. Roy, you're more than welcome to follow us. We just have to do a head count. Let's go back to base real quick.
Go audio up on Paranormal Expeditions.
Feel anything, Rachel?
Yeah, I feel like like an uneasiness, and I'm feeling colder. Does anybody have a 10 gauge? Let me see that, because I can hold that
you hold a
without
lot of
incident.
noise with that thing.
They're still kind of trying to get set up. I just heard Danielle refer to the thermal imaging camera as the thermal thing. I think that's
thermal thing?
The thermal thing.
That's what they called it?
Yeah.
It's a camera.
Oh, what was that?
Were you just hearing it on?
Sorry.
It just changed by like 10 degrees, like.
Really?
Yep, up, down.
She just looks really shaken up. She's really shaking, and it's not from cold weather. That meter just keeps going off, and she seems to just be in a kind of a weird fuzz right now.
I'm hearing a lot of noise in this back corner.
Let's go E-base, full camera. Let's watch Adam right now, the lead investigator for Resident Undead, who's opted to go by himself in the basement section of the East Wing here at Rolling Hills Asylum. Audio up.
I heard you down there. I'm going to make my way to the Christmas room. That's what it's popularly known as. What was that? I've got goosebumps all over my body. This room feels very different. Okay, focus, focus, focus. Okay. Moving my position. I'm hearing a lot of noise in this back corner. I heard that. I heard 2 knocks.
Where's Adam's teammates? Go to HH1. Let's check in on Jim and Daniel, see how they're doing.
Dan!
Yeah.
Down here in the Christmas room, it's getting hot in here, dude.
All right, we're coming. He's hearing voices and what he thought was a laugh coming from inside the Christmas room.
Wow.
That's
Whoa.
You hear that?
in the hallway?
You could hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
I want to replay that.
Wait, lights off, lights out, lights out. We're going hot this way.
Hey, Dave. I'm going to go end. We got 8 seconds left.
Dude, I'm telling you, it was hot in the Christmas room in there. I hope I caught it on here. All right. Okay.
Like an ornament.
Let's go that way.
Okay, let's go meet the teams, Dave.
Teams, how you doing?
Good.
Before we continue,
Dave, our chief judge, has some words to tell you about. All right? Dave?
Guys, I got to tell you, it's been great watching you, both teams. I'm going to be interested to see what kind of evidence you guys can provide. And girls, I don't know what I'm more impressed with, the use of the technology or the grasp you have of the technological terms. I don't know, so far, what is your favorite piece of equipment? The beepy thingy, or would it be the thermal thingy? But don't worry, because I thought that was about the silliest thing I'd ever heard until Adam, the MacGyver of the other team, took over, creating his own dowsing rods. Watching him break it apart into dowsing rods, and his first line being, I don't even know how dowsing rods work. Hands down.
Now that part 1 is completed, Zach presents each team with evidence captured from previous investigations as a reference for part 2. For Paranormal Expeditions, an image showing the shadowy outline of a tall man.
You can actually see this dark figure.
And for Resident Undead, a terrifying EVP.
It's a very gory EVP. It says, drink my blood. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? It's pretty clear, isn't it?
In addition to the evidence Zach presented, they are both given a new piece of equipment, a PX device, which helps spirits talk to the living by generating words from electromagnetic pulses.
All right, teams, get ready for my signal to begin part 2.
Teams will now switch locations and continue investigating for 2 more hours. Paranormal Expeditions will now take on the East Wing, while Resident Undead Paranormal will explore the West Wing.
Zach has already presented evidence of an EVP saying, drink my blood. Let's hope to see if we can confirm this. Why don't you come over here and take some of my blood? I'm gonna need an answer. If not, I'm walking out of this room and that's the last time you'll see me. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye.
What the dude? Oh my God.
Right now, we're getting ready to begin part 2 of the investigations. Gary, Resident Undead, is now in the West Wing. And over here are girls, Paranormal Expeditions, over in the East Wing. Judges, are you ready? Dave, are you ready?
Yes. We've already got Rachel going to the solo cam.
I'm gonna see if you guys want to come out and talk to me. Someone behind me? Someone in here? You want to come sit down at this table with me? I just heard whispering. Are you talking? You want to come get the candy?
And right now she's using candy as a trigger object, and trigger objects are objects that spirits are lured to, and that's a good method of trying to communicate with a spirit.
Is there someone in here with me? That isn't a kid? Someone tapping? You better be a kid. Now I'm hearing stuff. I'm hearing tapping all over the place.
Audio back over Resident Undead.
Raymond!
What in the hell is Daniel doing?
I do believe in using bait. Well, here's the bait. I want you to muster all the energy you can, all this dark energy.
Oh, big orb. What? Huge orb just shot from the wall towards you, Adam.
There's a light that just shot up.
You picked the wrong person, Raymond. That was the wrong answer. I said, go after Dan.
And for the record, that almost sounded like a growl right before you started it.
No, there's footsteps behind me.
Okay, wait. Don't. Get back in spot. Get back in spot. I hear it. Stand there. Stand there. I hear your footsteps, Raymond.
Adam, for the record,
What?
somebody's behind me right now.
Hang on. No, just hang on, hang on, hang on. Stay clutch. Dude, I just want to note that the temperature is dropping. Stay there, stay there. Keep your arms up. Raymond! I've seen much better. Your reputation dies tonight. It is being challenged.
I feel you behind me, Raymond. I'm not dumb. I know temperature changes. This isn't my first rodeo.
For the record, now I know there's voices coming out there, but right here, I heard something. I heard right to your
From the
left.
wall?
Well, yeah, right to
That's
right.
right where that orb shot at.
Is that where the orb shot?
Yeah.
Right here, dude.
Right to the right, yeah.
Right here.
Yep.
Raymond, this is it. If I leave and Dan is not pushed down these stairs, your reputation is blown. You are then a fairy tale.
I know you're afraid of us. If you're going to do something, make your presence felt now.
Now, simply on the count of 10, this is it. If nothing, it's nothing. I want you to push Dan as hard as you can. I'm being very polite. On the count of 10, Raymond, build up your energy. That's Dan again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the count of 10, Raymond, build up your energy. That's Dan again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? What did you feel? Did you feel something?
I felt like somebody came over and tried to push me. I don't know what you want me to... on both
Did you feel
sides.
pressure? Did you feel pressure?
I felt pressure. I felt something
Okay.
kind of like you're pushing in on somebody.
Okay, all right. Check his beat again. Check his rate.
All right, look at the heart rate right now. We got 107, 109, 110, 111. His heart rate's just going sky high. Teams, you've got 1 hour left in the challenge.
What is going on with this?
Light.
Light? Do you like them multiple?
No, round table, I heard. Lib on.
Do you like when the girls visit you?
Paranormal.
What the? Dude, oh my God. She said paranormal.
Oh my
God, dude.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
All right,
my God.
Can we get some lights on in here right now?
No
please?
lights. Keep
No,
it going.
keep it down, keep it
He's
down.
talking to us.
That's
Scoot your ass
paranormal.
in
I'm
here,
gonna
please.
cry. Oh my God.
Go tunnel full screen.
He's getting harnessed in right now.
I'm alone now. I know somebody or some people are here with me. Please tell me your name. I think I heard my name. I think I heard somebody say Dan. That's my name. Now, Raymond, you pushed me. I don't know if you think you're a big shot here, Raymond, but I got some news for you. Jay-Z may run New York, but I run Rolling Hills Asylum. Oh my God. For the record, I just heard a loud bang. I'm not gonna lie, Raymond, you got me a little startled. You got me a little startled, Raymond.
5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. So teams are going down to the last minute, the last seconds. Paranormal Challenge, Rolling Hills Asylum is now over.
Now that both investigations are officially completed, teams must lock up all of their materials and evacuate the premises until morning. The teams return the next morning to review their evidence.
Anything good?
And to help both teams, Zach has brought in tech expert Billy Tolley. They'll present the 4 most compelling pieces captured during the competition, 2 audio and 2 visual.
It's judgment time.
We didn't come here to lose.
I'm not nervous. We kick ass.
This is all about pride, respect, credibility. Judges, that was one active night. You guys ready? Let's bring the teams in. Paranormal Expeditions. How you guys doing? Patrick Burns, he's gonna let you know how you did right now. How'd they do on history, Patrick?
Ladies, I thought you did really well on your history. You were hitting on the right spots. You were going to locations like Nurse Emma's room and trying to make contact with her. So you did your research and you knew what you were up against. I was really impressed.
Thank you.
How well they do as a team?
As a team, I thought they had a lot of fun, which is very important as an investigator. And
fun to watch, you know.
Fun to watch, entertaining.
Technology is another category, and how well you used all the thingies that were given to you.
The thermal thingy, the beepy thingy. But what I did like and what I did notice is that you seemed to know how to use the device. You turned the PX device on and you immediately knew to scroll through all the way to the last page to set the sensitivity on it. Whatever was going on, it seemed to be following you all over the place.
I think a spirit at Rolling Hills had a little crush on you. Rachel, do you have audio evidence to show us?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The first one, we were in the hallway outside of the morgue. We set the digital recorder down, and as soon as we set it down on the ground, a male voice was present.
Play it, Billy. Let's listen again.
I'd like to see just before where that "I hear help me" right there.
I hear too.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice on that.
Rachel, do you have a second piece of audio evidence?
Yes, we do. In Nurse Emma's room, I asked her if she minded being referred to as stern. You hear a patient struggling with what sounds like a female nurse, followed by a patient saying, "Don't touch me again."
What the?
Wow.
Yeah.
We didn't hear that.
I didn't hear it either while I was monitoring.
Please play this again. Were you able to decipher any message it was saying?
Don't you ever do that.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Don't you ever do that.
Yeah, don't you ever do that. That jumps out.
Oh, I just got scared again.
Very nice catch.
Wow. Rachel, do you have 2 pieces of visual evidence to present to the judges?
Yes.
What is the first piece?
The first piece was in Nurse Emma's room. I was asking her questions about being German. I'm German. And behind me, you'll notice 6 orbs form in a cluster and start shooting all over the place. He's Landover. That's about all the German I know. Blink of lightning.
Judges, would you like to see a replay?
Yes, please.
He's Landover. That's about all the German I know. Blink of lightning.
Rachel, do you have a second piece of visual evidence?
Yes, we do. Second piece is from the room that the organ was in. Tina reacts suddenly, like something hits her, and then all of a sudden a bunch of visuals come up around her. So there's just something flying in front of your face.
Yeah, I feel something.
You do?
Can you point on the screen where we're going to be seeing this, please?
So right there in front of her.
Yeah, it was there.
1, 2, 2.
Oh, I just saw another one.
3.
Oh my God, there's another one. Oh my God, they're all around there.
Judges, do you have any questions?
My final question for you would be, with all of the evidence that you reviewed, would you say that you feel that you've presented us your 4 best examples of evidence?
I would say yes.
Paranormal Expeditions, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Resident Undead, please come on up. Adam, Daniel, Jim. You guys ready to hear how the judges felt you did in all the categories? The winner for Paranormal Challenge, Rolling Hills Asylum, is...
Paranormal Expeditions has delivered their audio and visual evidence to the judges.
What the?
Wow.
Now it is resident undead paranormal's turn to show their evidence.
You guys ready to hear how the judges felt you did in all the categories?
We've been waiting for it.
Okay. Gary Golka, how'd they do in history?
Well, I thought they matched up their locations with the facts very, very well. They did do a very good job with history and pinpointing those locations along with the actual individuals.
Teamwork. How well did they work together as a team, Gary?
It was clear to me that you guys had a very specific strategy in place. It was clear and evident that as a group leader, Adam, you were very pronounced. You were the kingpin on that shoot. I would like to see a little bit more from Jim.
Technology was another category. One of the pieces of equipment was a millimeter that he designed. How well did they use that?
Generally speaking, it was good. You've got a very specialized piece of gear there that was designed specifically for the show. You would have needed to learn how to use that a little bit better.
Evidence, the part we're all waiting for. Do you have 2 pieces of audio evidence to present to the judges?
Absolutely. The first clip was captured as we left the morgue down on the west wing.
What are we going to be hearing?
You are hearing me say, "Come to us," and then a female voice says, "I am here."
Billy, play it. Play it again, Billy.
It's a little hard to make out, I think, through the speakers. I'll be honest with you.
Were you holding the DVR in your hand at the time?
Yes. I had it, extended out.
Okay.
Do you have a second piece of audio evidence?
This clip is by far the most romantic EVP I have ever captured to date.
Romantic?
Romantic. It was captured in the Christmas room. The EVP that was captured was, "Kill him now, or I'm gonna get him."
That's romantic?
Yeah.
Some circles.
Okay, so the also.
Can you please highlight that area, Billy? You're allowed to present 2 pieces of visual evidence. Do you have one?
Yeah. We were leaving the morgue again. We captured an orb exiting Dan's head, and as it exits his head, he kind of does a little shake off. There.
Yeah.
This is when you were standing with your arms extended
Pause
and you
the
were
video.
pushed, correct?
This was after that, yes.
Okay, right afterwards, were you just shaking your head from the initial push down the step?
I was on an adrenaline high, I'm not gonna lie, but one thing we've been trained to do is really, after an experience, calm down, compose yourself, and move on to the next scene.
Adam, do you have a second piece of visual evidence?
Yes. The second piece of evidence was captured in one of the side rooms very close to the morgue. What you will see, actually, I'll let it speak for itself.
Billy, pull the picture up.
What you want to focus on is actually this area. Notice the silhouette right here.
What does intrigue me is that where there are lines in the bricks, the shadow is actually in front of, and it's covering those spots.
Can you point out the details?
We're seeing a silhouette. I'm seeing a head here. I'm making out a shoulder. And if you really analyze it, you can see the arm hanging here, possibly a belt, and he's maybe crouched or sitting in this position here.
Do you feel this is your 4 most solid pieces of evidence from all the evidence that you had?
Yes, sir.
Resident Undead, Paranormal Expeditions, thank you very much. You may be released at this time, and we will call you back shortly after we are done deliberating. Thank you.
Resident Undead clearly had a game plan going into this investigation before they got here.
I think I was most impressed with how Resident Undead did their EVP sessions. Very good example of how to do an EVP session.
For the record, I just thought I heard an "I'm here."
Paranormal Expeditions is...
When the girls started getting personal experiences, they kept it together. Plus, all of them took an opportunity to shine.
Paranormal Expeditions 2 minutes into their investigation, they dropped both of the digital voice recorders on the floor.
Let's get the EVP out right away because I'm hearing stuff that.
The ladies constantly got the technical terminology wrong, paranormal expeditions, calling it the thermal thingy, the beepy thingy.
I can forgive not knowing the name of the equipment as long as when you have it in your hand, you know how to use it. And the girls knew how to use every piece of equipment and they employed it. I was bothered by Adam breaking up equipment in somebody else's location to create handmade dowsing rods.
And not even knowing how to use it.
Right, not even sure how to use the equipment. Audio evidence, the girls seem to really have a much stronger piece of evidence.
By far. That one piece of audio blew me the away.
Now on the other side of things, Zach, video or photographic evidence, the girls supplied us with dust orbs.
The figure that Resident Undead captured on full spectrum still camera, I think is quite impressive. I can see what appears to be a guy sitting kind of slouched over in a white coat with his arms out. So we got to announce a winner sometime before midnight. Jesus. We're split. We have a split decision. After nearly an hour of deliberations, we have finally chosen a winner, and that was a tough one. All right, let's go greet the teams.
You know, we're pretty confident with the evidence. There's some tough judges, though. They are the real deal.
They're going to make the right decision, go with Resident Undead.
We are extremely excited to find out the outcome. We were pretty confident with what we presented today.
Teams, this is one of the hardest decisions that we've ever had to make.
Yeah, it almost came to blows between judges during this decision-making.
But there can only be one winner. And the winner for Paranormal Challenge, Rolling Hills Asylum, is... Resident Undead. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Zach.
Thanks, guys. You guys are kick-ass. This was so friggin' hard. This was, no question, the hardest decision that we've had on Paranormal Challenge. You know, the judges and myself, we were all getting ready to start throwing elbows. That's how neck and neck it was. There it is, another Paranormal Challenge. Where are we coming to next?